Sega, you little cocktease. Am I going to have to wait for much longer before this game is released in a complete state? Ugh. Fuck it. Let's review this thing. Episode 2 is here! Tails is back, Metal Sonic is up to no good, and once again you're tasked with saving the world from Dr. Robotnik's evil plans. It's nice to see Sonic games finding their way back to the point where they don't suck the hairy scrotum of failed aspirations. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1 was a good, solid step in the right direction, and Episode 2 builds on that quite splendidly, albeit for one or two errors. In Sonic 4 Episode 2, the nippy blue garden animal is joined by longtime friend Tails, and the pair must work together throughout 5 new zones. If you're a fan of Days Gone Past, when Tails would act as a sort of annoying tag-along for Sonic, you're in luck! While not as boneheaded as his 16-bit AI counterpart, the new Tails is just as dumb and death-attracting in a whole new way that is funny at best and mildly annoying at worst. Thank Christ his more important moves don't need an extra controller this time around. Using the X button under different circumstances gets our friends to pull off a team-up move, whether it's flying, spin dashing or swimming, and the rapid access you get to these moves works so much better than the system we saw in Sonic 3. It only took them, what, 20 years to improve it? New obstacles and enemies have been introduced that require a degree of quick thinking for you to avoid losing all your rings or a life. Dead drops are merciless, snowdrifts can crush you, giant badniks can punch your lights out, and bosses will not always so graciously dip their heads for you to bounce on. The special stages make you reminisce over simpler times too, just like the rotational mazes from Episode 1. Sonic and Tails are thrown onto a half-pipe speedway on the acid trip of their lives, where a certain amount of rings must be collected between sections in order to grab one of the 7 Chaos Emeralds. It's a game that's achingly familiar, yet sufficiently different to keep your interest levels high, as long as you don't go in with rampant expectations. If you bought Sonic 4 Episode 1, there's a little prologue section you can access called Episode Metal, where some light is shed on the return of Sonic's metal nemesis at the behest of Robotnik. Since when did we give a damn about the story, though? This, like all great Sonic titles, has no narrative flowing through it greater than a ring total and a high score. What's more pertinent is that Episode Metal doesn't offer you anything you haven't done before in Episode 1. Yeah, you can play as Metal Sonic, but the mechanics are exactly the same. The 4 acts you're given to play are unimaginative and cheap. The experience is superfluous to the point where it's virtually non-existent. It is, basically, extra bullshit. Bullshit from a prize-winning bull you may be proud to fertilise your lawn with, but shit, nevertheless. You're better off focusing on the aspects of Sonic that are completely new. The team-up moves, the intensified level designs, the gorgeous visual elements that developers are all too eager to dump these days in favour of realism. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 2 is a game you can enjoy alone, but in online company it's just, well, awful. Treat it as a single-player experience only, and you will remain a happy gamer, but attempt to beat Sonic as Tails in a race and you'll despise it. That being said, if you're one of these people who just won't allow Sonic games to undergo any major changes at all because the classics were just so goddamn perfect, please feel free to fuck off and play them. Sonic 4 Episode 2 might contain nostalgic elements, but it is a new breed of blue hedgehog for gamers who want modernism over HD retro. If only Sega had been prepared to package all of Sonic 4 into a big title release instead of this drip-feeding nonsense, people might just have been willing to pay more attention to it. As it is, we're doomed to limbo until Episode 3 is released. Not as good as the classic levels in Sonic Generations, but not far off the mark either. Sonic 4 Episode 2 is a title you'd be happy to have in your arcade collection. Give it a chance or several and you'll enjoy it, but purists shouldn't bother with anything.